Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the eSports Report. X Games is just 4 days away. I leave on Wednesday for Austin, Texas. You can watch the entire event live on YouTube, or excuse me, MLG.tv. Later, we'll upload everything to our YouTube channel. Revan, this is our number 2 seed overall, and they made a big move after Call of Duty Championships. You told us right before the break. They dropped Rambo, picked up Parasite instead. Why'd they do it?
More slaying power. Parasite is just a player who not only does he fill in the gaps around the map, he also picks up a lot of kills doing it. Now, he doesn't really play the objective that much in Call of Duty Ghosts. He's more of the kind of guy that searches for the kill and really racks up a lot of kills around the map.
Well, let's see how these two players stack up against each other in our AMD by the numbers. We have, of course, 2 different tournaments that we're comparing. Envy with Parasite at UGC Niagara, that was the most recent event on land, as opposed to with Rambo on the squad at COD Championships. Now, right away, you can see the slaying difference overall. 1.04 KD to just 0.83. Now, the objectives, those are definitely also seen. The blitz caps much higher by Rambo, as well as those dom caps. As a guy who doesn't get the home flag, he was somehow able to get 4.58 caps on average in domination.
Yeah, Rambo really putting his life on the line, just trying to make a play on the flag whenever he can. But, you know, as you were saying, look at how many kills Parasite gets as opposed to Rambo. That's 6 more kills per respawn that Parasite could get you that Rambo can't. And if you're going to compare Search and Destroy, pretty much the same. Both have a 0.86 KD ratio.
Which is really interesting to me because Rambo used to run the bomb and still finished with a 0.86 at COD Champs. Granted, he had one of his best tournaments in those S&D games. Had a lot of success, especially with the Bulldog in some of the games that we watched. But talk to me about these two players now. Of not looking at stats, just playing against both of these guys in your past history. Who would you say is the better Search and Destroy player?
It's kind of tough, you know. Thinking of just key moments that these players have had in their career, you think of Parasite with that 1v2 against Optic Gaming at the Black Ops 2 Call of Duty Championships.
Right.
And then you think of Rambo, you know, every time you listen to Rambo, he's always communicating with his team. Now, in terms of playstyle, Rambo's usually the bait. You know, if we're talking about a situational play, let's think of Freight Search and Destroy. You always see a bait and switch inside red.
Right.
Rambo's kind of the first guy that'll go in there. Parasite's kind of the second.
Okay, so a little bit different role there as well. Both of them incredible shot callers, especially in Search. But regardless of who their fourth is, Envy has always been clutch in Search and Destroy. When it comes down to Game 5, these guys put up one hell of a fight. I know you picked out some great examples of their greatest strength, which is their ability to close out series. What are we going to look at today?
Well, we have a video of them versus Vex Gaming. This is at UGC Niagara. And Search and Destroy, Envious's best game mode. So you could see the kind of beating they put on Vex here.
Player across in front of their eyes. And he knew he was going to go for the bomb. I mean, but just the fact that they had no idea where Merc was insane. And, you know, he hung out there right by the dumpster. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? He's not going to challenge him blue dump. Like, you don't even challenge someone blue dump on blitz.
Right. I was really surprised by that play of, I believe it was Pluto, the last one alive there. That head glitch is so hard to shoot people off of.
It's a challenging position, but let's see what's going on here on the attack. Merc getting hit markers. That's going to be 2 hit markers from there. That player is going to be full red, having a backup, but that will be an assist there, and he got an assist for most of that, so he did get a lot of kills on that. Nameless pushing up 2. He picks up 1. That's going to leave Slacked by himself. Looking around, he doesn't see anyone. He would have peeked, but never mind.
There's that
Study
sniper
with
by
the
Study
snipe.
we were talking about.
Nice play out of Study. Look at this one here. Makes his way over to the broken Humvee and hop right there, right.
And, you know, again,
on.
we see that confidence you're talking about.
But that's like interchangeable depending on like what day of the week it is and how the weather is outside. You know, like I don't have a preference on that one, but yeah. I mean, without a doubt, you just have some incredible players who just know how to use a sniper right now in Ghost.
Definitely. There's a lot of players that aren't, you know, quote unquote known as top snipers that can snipe very well in this game. Sniping isn't too difficult, and especially with overkill, a lot of people will still like to throw that on if they're not trying to pick the people rushing.
Puddle's in a bad spot. He's asked to defend it, but that's not going to matter there as Envy will be able to secure this. He was in a really, really bad position back on the staircase there, and that will wrap things up as Envy will go up 3-0 over Vex. Envy certainly looking great here after that clutch from Merc in the first round. That will be Merc with the plan. It's going to be about halfway there. Slasher with a stop on Study. But Slasher gets a triple. Is he going to get the ace? Oh, my God.
One of those was actually on his
never
teammates.
Mind. He killed his teammate. I apologize. I didn't even see that. That's not good. That's not good at all. But Merc is going to take out Pluto now. Slasher on the attack here. Let's see if he's going to find one right behind this truck. Of course, he has no idea where he's there, but we know he's there thanks to Oracle mode. And Slasher creeping around the corner. Merc is going to be there for another pick, finding another. Oh, and Merc clutches it again with another 3v1. I mean, if that doesn't tell the story.
All right, now, Revan, we're watching here. Merc 7-1, 5-1 from Nameless at this point in the game. Are these two the strongest in S&D?
You know, everybody on this team is equally as strong in Search and Destroy. If we remember when we were showcasing the Freako Impact Squad when they were Cursed Las Vegas, Parasite in an Octane Search and Destroy game against Cursed New York, he was 11-3. But here he's 2-4. So at any given moment, somebody else on this Envy squad could be on top for Search and Destroy. And now you see Merc and Nameless both tied at 7-1.
All right, Nameless picks up 2, and you see it with the Remington. The versatility is so good amongst all 4 players here. But really, their main sniper, always Study?
Yeah, Study's going to be their main sniper.
Slack on the communication a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Here we go into the final round. Envy looking to close out a perfect 6-0 in Search and Destroy versus Vex.
Small talk, you know, you jump here, I'll shoot him this way. That's the advanced small talk and the communication that you need to succeed at the next level.
Yeah, I could certainly see that. It was something that was missing for a little while, you know, in Search and Destroy because, and the thing about Search and Destroy was it was something that, let's see, does he see him there? Yes, he does. He ends up picking him off. Great read there from him. But, you know, yeah, like back in, you know, like Black Ops 1 when I competed, Search and Destroy, you didn't have that. You couldn't really do that, and that separated the good and the bad teams. I know for a fact that my teams didn't do that. You know, it was about just like making call-outs and getting like a sight on someone. And then from there, it was like, all right, make the call-out, you know. It was more frantic, but now you start to see players just communicate a tad bit more.
Definitely. There's a lot of small talk in S&D, and even more so in the Respawn games. You're really starting to see that elevate. If you ever do a listen in or anything with Complexity, they are the absolute best at it. There's a reason they're the best in the game, and it's because of their teamwork. In this game, there's not a huge individual skill gap, in my opinion, but there's a really large team skill gap, and we can obviously see that with Cole.
Yeah, so Slack here is going to find one. Oh, wow, and just Study with that sniper again. Now Pluto is going to have to be stuck in a position where he has to clutch. He's 1-5 going up against Nameless, who has secretly become a monster in this game. Zeus has returned as he's 8-1. And then, you know, on the other side, you got Study, who's just picking people off with a sniper. And Nameless is going to be there for the pick, making it 9-1. And that is going to do it, folks. It's going to be a 6-0 sweep for Team Envy over Vex. 2-0 in the series count. Can they do this?
Now that blowout is coming from the winners bracket finals. Your top 2 teams remaining at UGC Niagara in that winners bracket. Envy makes it look easy with Merc. He went 7-1 to start the game, off to a really hot start. And then Nameless, he was 5-1, finishes 9-1 with 4 straight kills. Why is this team so good at S&D? What makes them special?
I feel like it's their patience that they show in game. You know, if you remember that last round, they waited till, you know, a little over 5 seconds before they planted that bomb at the A bomb site. Now this causes a whole lot of problems for the defense because you were seeing Vex, they were like, okay, they're not here. Wait, they're not at this bomb site. Wait, they're not at this bomb site. So Vex, they were really confused. Envy were able to capitalize on that. Good patience all around.
Now, that was a great example of Envy just having control from start to finish. But what really impresses me about this team is their ability to just dig deep when they need it most. We have a great example of that coming up. It's going to be Envy versus Strictly Business. SB gets up 4-0, but then Envy turns on the Jets. Let's take a look.
But the first kill is going to go to Methods. Methods is able to take out Parasite.
That's a big kill for Methods. You know, he's able to kill Parasite, who is the bomb carrier for Envy right now. And you know the bomb's down at B. You should see the players from Strictly Business rotating a little bit over, but
Nice
you see
shot by
Nameless
Nameless.
able to just push up straight into tin. And that's, you know, you shouldn't let a player push that far up.
And he had one right in front of him there. Looked away at the last second. But
All right, guys, now this is actually a different game from the same series. It is Game 5. Strictly Business doesn't get out to a great lead, but here's just another example of what Envy can do as a squad on the map Warhawk.
Oh, 1 kill for Study. Merc's got to get back. He's going to need to get eyes on this bomb. About 25 seconds left.
I love this play from Merc. You see the players from Strictly Business. They're checking
Like,
the
where
bomb,
is
checking
he?
the back truck. And they're actually going to line up right here for
Oh
Merc,
my.
and he's able to kill one, and this is such a great play out of Merc.
Oh,
And Merc is able to clutch it right there.
Wow.
And exactly what I talked about you didn't want to happen to Strictly Business with somebody clutching a 2-on-1 at the beginning of the first round.
We are going to start with Study here on the defensive side of things. You can see it is going to be a strong A push here, so Study is going to have to rotate around. And I will go on with, just to make sure he gets this down. Spacely does get the bomb down. John's going to be set up kind of on this backside here. You see the two members of Envy rotating around the top, but one is also kind of on the flank. John's going to get shot in the back there.
Yeah, and absolutely, you know, the guys from Strictly
Oh,
Business
wow.
should have noticed that two players were coming from the front, that they should have isolated that guy coming from behind. He got all the way up into this little hardware area, and he was able to just put a ton of pressure.
Well, I think it was Parasite that did the flank. I think he got both kills there. You know, I heard someone yell. I think it was Parasite said, "Watch your back, boys."
Yeah, players right off the bat for Strictly Business. So this round, providing they play this correctly, is looking great.
Yeah, Spacely does get the knife on Study, so they are going to catch up a little bit here in the man advantage. Still a one-man advantage, though, for Envy, as we are on with Merc. There's one by the area that he should have an engagement coming here pretty shortly. He did see him. Oh, wow.
Ooh, wow.
Big kill there by Spacely. I'm going to switch over to him, as he's going to have to deal with the two members set up here at B.
Yeah, I mean, no, behind that white truck in that area.
And who's
that's
behind
such a
the
power
white?
position.
It's Parasite in the back. No, sorry, it was Nameless here in the back with an AR. Parasite does pick up John. Only one left. Nameless is going to have one to the left. He does get knifed here. We do have a 1v1. Parasite obviously knows right where he is. He's able to get the kill, and that's going to be a 4-1 advantage here for the boys in blue. That's a truck. I shut myself up as John and Methods get two fast kills. Only two players left for Envy. This is definitely SB's round to lose right now. Oh, but just like that, it's a 2v2. Wow, Merc gets a sick two-piece, but Merc is taken out. Study's going to be the last one alive with this sniper here. He's going to be up against Spacely and Methods. Let's see if he can get a pick on that truck.
Yeah, and I mean, this is one of the hardest
Oh,
shots.
God.
Study just makes it look easy, and he's able to back out. And it looks like he's being chased by Spacely right here. So
Oh, God, he got out.
looks like Study's going to get out, but Spacely has to know he's there. But Spacely is in a horrible situation right now. I mean,
Oh, God, this is going to be such a big win by Study. What a hard snipe that was on that head glitch. And he
and
gets
he's
the
able to
second.
take that.
Study.
Oh, man.
God, he is fun to watch, man. But he is
Yeah.
still going to watch this mid-street. I know the second I switch off him, someone's going to rotate over.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Envy, they're taking a slower approach over at B. You know, they took a while to get there. Study picking up mid-street, and right there, Merc's able to trade a kill on John. And it looks like they're being
Study, I'm going to watch
aggressive.
Study on the rotation here. Looks like the player is going to go up top, actually. I thought he might be able to get a kill on the flank. I think he will now. Who is this over here? Oh, there's one. I'm guessing who is this? This is Spacely. Is he going to try and push Study?
He would be crazy to push Study right now.
Yeah, right now. No,
Right now, he would be
Study's
crazy to
Study's
push
not
Study.
really missing.
No, he is not really missing much at all.
And God, he is so fun to watch. Young kid, such a fantastic, fantastic young person. You know, we spent a lot of time with him here at this event, and he just seems to really have a good head on his shoulders. And he's got a good spot here with the sniper when he's not missing anything at all. We see the guy there at mid-gate who might try to push straight up right into his sights. No, there's one on the flank. Let's see if they pick who is the guy on the flank.
Huge kill right there at a Nameless. But, you know, now Spacely, he's at this great position at the white truck, and, you know, I don't think the Envy players know he's behind.
He has no idea. He's just waiting for them to try and plant.
I'm
going to have to watch Study. I mean, Study.
Oh,
God,
no reason to challenge that.
He is just getting the picks right now. Back-to-back rounds with two snipes. Oh, God, listen to him. He is fired up.
I mean, if you're right there, I mean,
Wow.
you gotta slide and get behind that white
I would
tank.
be nowhere near Study in
Without
that
8
round 5.
seconds.
I
No,
just
I
would have been.
would've went.
What incredible snipes all game long from Study. Now in game 2, Revan, they battled back being 4 rounds down, win it 6-4. In that final game, they never gave Strictly Business any breathing room.
Yeah, and once again, you're seeing the patience shown by Envy in that very last round. They waited till 20 seconds left to go for that bomb plant, and then Study coming up huge with that sniper. I don't think he missed a sniper shot all game.
If you're playing against Envy at the X Games and you have a chance to veto maps, do you veto Warhawk after seeing what Study can do on that, or do you feel like there's some teams that might be able to contest better than SB did there?
I feel like there are going to be some teams that can contest better than SB, but there are just too many maps to choose from. You know, you could either veto Octane. You just saw them. They won that 6-0 against Vex Gaming, and now 6-1 against Warhawk. I just think Envy have a lot of strategies to work with, and they always keep their opponents on their back foot.
Well, Search and Destroy is one of their greatest strengths, but one of their new strengths is their ability to slay. We have some great examples of that after the break.